Hello YouTube, I got asked if I could show this, or I didn't get asked, but he said he used this as cutting test. Basically these thin sheets that you put between your food and such for lunch, etc. Don't know the English words, but as you can see they're thin, they're see-through. So I said it was easy, let's see if I'm wrong or not. I might be, if so, I'm terribly sorry. I'm a little cocky shit sometimes. I said my shopper would do this easy. That's how thin they are. They're, as mentioned, they are see-through. All my knives now are stropped. No, not stropped, I mean. They're used, you see it's completely see-through. So they're used and abused. This actually got some waviness on the edge, if you can see it. So not, how do you put it, optimal at all. But as I said, it does this fairly easy. And this isn't clean new edges, these are used, abused edges. It's like not much use. There it skips a little on the start if I get it going. So there, not, you see the edge. Can you see that? I hope you can. The edge, it's a little bit skippy. Can you see that in the start? To get it going, I need to use a draw. When it gets going, I can push cut with this. At the heel, maybe it's sharper down at the heel. You see, it's sharper at the heel. But it does it, so without any problem. This is a chopper. But it's a sharp one, 8670 made by Patrick. This I've shown lots of use, hasn't been sharpened in ages. It's a cardboard killer. Yeah, in my edge retention test I did like 30, 40, 50, 60 cardboard boxes. I did glued up, what was it, foam, or yeah, like the plastic insert foam stuff. Still push cuts. This, yeah, phenomenal edge retention. But let's see. This is thin stuff. It was actually harder than I thought. So Magnus, you're onto something here. Magnacut 63 HRC. This push cuts easy. Does this extremely easy. Extremely easy with this. Over the entire edge. This is very easy. So this push cuts. Oh, sorry, this doesn't push cut. This push cuts easy on this. With a used edge. Or abused is the right word. This has seen hell and back. I would trust my life to this easy, this knife. And the Patrick Kalvik chopper too. Easy. If someone said you need a blade to rely your life on, I would take the Patrick Kalvik chopper first because it's bigger. It's bigger, that will help in bigger stuff, build a shelter faster, etc. Then it would be this or my 80 CRV2 one. I'm gonna show that too. This I can't remember when I sharpened any of them. I use them sometimes just for fun, breaking up kindling. You can actually see the dirtiness and patina. Can you see there? The stripe, that's, what's the English word? Sap from the tree. So this isn't even clean. It's a tool. It's clean, if you get me. It's not rust, but yeah, it's a tool. Let's see how you do. I'm trying not to look at the camera so I don't slice my fingers off there. Little hesitant on the start, actually, at the heel on this. I get it started, no problem. So this is a little hesitant in the start to get it going. At the very heel. At the midpoint, let's see, I'm pretty sure I can do fine feathers there. Fine curlicues. And this is basically a 0-degree edge nearly into the edge bevel. This I'm doing here is way harder than just cutting it. I'm doing very fine feathers. So just because I probably dinged something at the heel, I have a sheeting strop here, but I'm showing the truth. I didn't strop before, that's why I need to strop now. I'm just gonna do once each side, two each side, and once at the very heel. That's all I did that you saw there. That's why I'm showing that they was hesitant. They basically do like this before you get the cut started, so you need to draw to start it. I want a true push cut. Let's see if that was all it took. I'm making some fish in the air fryer, so that's the noise. There, easy push cut start. That was all it took. So that probably has a little oxidation on it because it's cold where I store my knives. So that's all it took to restore it, that little there. That's why I say sharpening is more important than the, I nearly said a bad word, than the steel. Way more. This outperforms a super steel every day of the week from people who can't sharpen or just slap a V-edge. Don't get me started on blending a edge into the profile versus a V-edge in strength, edge retention, everything. This is my own testing. I know my edges outperform a V-edge. Yeah, I'm gonna start a huge fight over that. But again, it's scary, this 80 CRV. Aaron does 80 CRV like I can't imagine. Aaron, if you see this, I'm sorry because I can't pay for knives. I hate myself for it. My tooth has cracked. Can you see that? I'm missing my tooth. People I know have seen it, so 12,000 Norwegian kroners for a beep tooth. That's 1,200 US bucks. That's where all my money goes. But I would love from Aaron a knife in carbon steel, 80 CRV2 or 5200. I would love 80 CRV2, maybe 63, 64. This is 63. Easy. 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 Push cut. My Bowie, probably the worst steel I got here. It's W2 Virgin stock steel with Damon banged out and forged from Aaron. This is special to me. I use this when I'm get bored, feather sticking, etc. Look at that edge, look at that amount. I imagine if this was a girl, she's maybe a blend of Scandinavian, a little Italian, Brazilian hips and something more. Fiery red lips, blue eyes, long curly hair. this is what this knife is. Something when you see a girl, you just stand there and go, you're literally like watching something from heaven. That's how beautiful this is. It's pure beauty to me. I love it. It's actually I've started to patina very much on the bolster because that's where I'm holding it. And no, I'm not gonna touch that up. That's patina. Got that blue, deep. You can't get it through the camera. It looks blue-gray. It's rainbow blue, purplish, like oil on water. Gorgeous. Just oh la la. That's all I have to say. Oh la la. Let's see. It's got some dirt on the edge, so I'm just doing this just so. That's the strop. If you call that cheating, I got some words to you, my friend. Let's see. Yeah. That just push cuts. I know it was sharp because this I've spent a lot of time to own it, but not this sharp. Yeah. If someone got a whole pig so I can slash and fight. I've done little martial arts with knives, not much, but it will be fun to test. This is a lightsaber to do this. Can I do a circle without cutting myself? It crumbles, but you can see that I get it started, so I can do curlicues or waves. This was actually a fun test, Magnus. Thank you. Let's see here. I get through the curve and then it just bends, but you can see I can do S curves easy. How's the tip on this? The tip is important in a bow way. This is a fighting knife. Let's see, can you see if I stand like this? Yep, sharp. Again, sharp. This. If someone wants a knife fight, yeah, come on. I'm kidding, of course. But yeah, you just get a special feeling. Lovely sheet made by my ex, Nina, which I miss very much. That's how life goes. My lion steel haven't been sharpened for long, so I don't know how this does. Just gonna take off that one there. This is lion steel M4 in M390. M390 isn't supposed to take a fine edge or be tough. According to many so-called knife steel experts, I've beaten the hell out of this. It's tough. If it survived all, I've scraped like this with the edge hard without chipping or blunting or deforming or rolling or collapsing, etc, 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 etc. It's a tough knife. I'm becoming Italian now. It's an Italian knife. They call it La Bella Notte. I'm selling this because my customs are all I need. So little hesitant when I'm trying to push cut. I need just the slightest, like 1-2 millimeters of draw to get it to start the push cut. But so So it's 90% push cutting or 99. So if I give it a quick strop, and I'm being honest there, I show my edges like there are 1 per side, 2 per side. And this is a bastard strop. It's the best strop I have made from Northwest Knife Guy. I would love one more for my razors, but I call it my bastard because I use 4, 5, 6 different type of compound here. I use Spark River White, I used green, I've used black from those compounds. I used 2 different type of diamond spray from DBK. I used Poltava diamond paste, and I've used Torbeck paste. And it creates a silly edge with all those different grits. I'm sorry, I'm slurring. I'm not drugged, but I haven't slept since it's 3-4 days ago because my tooth it cracked in 2 and I removed the bad part yesterday, so I'm not sleeping well. So let's see if that helped it on a true push cut. Yep, there it's a true push cutting edge without any problem. And that's why I say maintain your edges. So I actually find this nearly easier than magazine paper. If you get the hard glossy, nearly waterproof magazine paper, it's harder to get started. It's all about getting it started. It's not about when you have started the cut, what it does. I suddenly lost hearing on one of my ear and it started ringing. Yeah, I'm not in shape because I have so toothache. I could, I just want to do that and dig a tooth out nearly. Sorry about this. Oh, there, my hearing is back. So, yeah, I haven't slept in 3-4 days. I mean, no sleep. Nearly. I sleep 20-30 minutes, then I wake up if I hit there on my face. Painkillers doesn't work either. I old abused Kaiser. This is for sale. The SLT. You can say the dirty word. That's what it basically is. John Gray design. This is one of the best folders ever made in design. Fits the hand like a glove. Titanium scales, hardened lock-up insert there. And there, the little steel insert. I've taken this apart once when it was new, just to see how it was inside. And Loctite, no, I didn't even Loctite when I reassembled it. I've abused it. I've pried with it. I've batoned with it. No blade play at all. I can do this all I can, and don't do this to your knife. Just flipping it up, bashing it into the stop. I've done this several times. When I get bored, I just do this. That's what I do when I get bored. Hell of a knife. The steel could be 1-2 points harder, but this has been through hell. S35EL. That doesn't, it does a little, but not a true push cut. Again, 1 per side, 2 per side. This I'm gonna take 3 per side because I felt it needed it. Wiping off. There it goes. Testing the tip. The tip is sharp. So yeah, I'm sorry to say, but to call this a hard test, no, an axe could do this. Like, I could do this with a well-sharpened axe. It's just stupid. I'm gonna take a abused knife again, kitchen knife, which I use hell of a lot. This is the one I used on big meats to break down. It often sees contact with bone. You push cut. Push a little at the very tip. I'm just doing the very tip. That's all it takes. There. It's sharp again. This isn't hard. I'm not calling him out because he's a good friend, but he said the true knife steel nerds use another type of paper, etc. Basically not good. Knife guys, it's like arguing over your length down there. It's silly. I mean, if you're comparing edge retention on same steels, same knives, then there's a different aspect. Look at what my Magna Cut have done, what I've abused my knives with in 2x4s, etc. This is hella lot used. I use it 3-4 times a day. So let's see here. Sliding a little at the heel. There it looks clean. A little at the belly and point. Let's see if it takes as little cleaning it up. Here I'm gonna do it twice per side. And then the last one, so 3 per side is what this is getting. That should be enough. If not, it needs a little touch up on the stones, but yeah. It's more than sharp for kitchen use. This isn't kitchen use. Got a scratch. It's hard to do this on them per push cutting. So. And here's the big flaw with this test. This tests how clean polished the edge is. You could take a poor sharpened knife, like just crunching out the edge on a belt grinder of a 60, 80, 120 belt. A poor sharpened edge. You can buff the beep out of that edge on a buffer, which means it basically is nearly a ruined edge. That's what buffed edges are. Don't get me started on that. We can talk about metal fatigue in that edges, but that's another topic. And it will do this test all day. But if you put that on rope, good luck. If you put it on something that creates stress to the apex, good luck. If you need something that digs into what you're cutting, good luck. That's what I mean by sharpening. If I can take, because that's typically what I call a rope kind of steel, M390. If one gives me this knife and says, now we're talking if I got 2 of the same knives. One says, I only gonna use it on wood, nothing else. Wood, nothing else. I do push cuts with my thumbs, I torque a little, I do fine detail on the tip, I do fine details here, I sometimes do draw cuts, chest, etc, etc. I would polish the holy crap out of that on stones. I'd go to 5,000, then I would strop and strop and strop until that's a mirror. And then I would round the apex a little. We're talking a smudge little. So say I'm sharpening at around 14-15 degrees per side. That's more than enough. More than enough for wood. Hell, felling axes are 12, 13, 14 degrees in the old days. Felling axes. If you don't believe me, do some research. Not modern axes, old axes that saw use, not the modern crap. Old, when people know how to use their tools. Most of the old Scandis were 10, 11, 12 degrees per side to a 0. Even then, they were slight hollow ground because they were made on round stones with poorer steel, poorer heat treat, poorer, everything. And those survived because people know how to beep use their tools. And that's a lost beep art, to use your tools correct. I see so many kitchen knives missing those kind of chunks out of their edge, and the people say it's bad knife, it's bad steel. Yeah, it happens. I got a bark river that were crap. The Senegal, it was crap. But I got small ships. You don't ship out that. It might be the edge, but when you do it to every knife you own, yeah, it isn't a steel. So that's what I would do with a wood knife. Now, if the same person asked me on another same knife, this I'm gonna use for rope only. Nothing else than rope and cardboard and pure abrasive. I would use the coarsest I could get with a burr-free finish. Like, that's to me is a 300-400, maybe 1,000. But the problem is then carbide tear out, stress of the apex, is it clean? So I would do that again, maybe 13, 14, 15 per side. Probably use the GNS 300 or my Manual Professional 400. Finish on that, clean up as good as I can up that great edge there, then micro passes. Would strop it on 1,000, maybe 2,000 stone, slightly, just to clean up the apex ever so slightly, basically kissing the stone once, twice per side. At a degree too higher, just to clean it up somewhat. It would still be toothy, which actually has been disapproved a little, but it feels more crunchy on rope by experience. And I would strop it on my bastard strop again ever so slightly, just once per side. That would be a rope knife. But you sharpen differently from what you use your knife, so the old timers knew this. If grit doesn't matter when sharpening, please take a straight razor and sharpen it on a 300-400 grit, and then just take it to a barber strop without any compound, just the linen side and the leather side, and take a shade. Yeah. Do that, and then we can talk. Grit matters, but less and less in knives. Straight razors are a whole new world. So, this test was more about showing how easy it is that the knife tests are. It's the only tests that are really hard with the knife is hanging hair tests. Shaving, like shaving your faces, etc. But it's a waste of freaking time. It's a waste of time. This I just did too. I wasted half hour of my time and your time by showing I can cut some paper that isn't the normal paper. It's a standard paper, so all your paper is the same paper. Yeah, I see so many knife nuts do this. It's cutting this like tissue paper, etc. Go out, use your damn knife. If it fails on wood, you need to change something. If it fails on rope, you need to change something. Learn to sharpen a knife, how it does on different materials. That's how you learn. Do you really think the old timers stood around like this, standing around the campfire, and yeah, you're cutting the newspaper from Alabama. My newspaper is from Wisconsin, so it's thinner than yours. No. They skinned the animals and learned that, oh, if I use this stone that is a little finer on this angle, I could skin one buck more or less, or that's how you get good. That's how I have learned. That's how I mean everybody should learn. By testing different grits, different angles, and using the knife. As I've said about thinness too, always go as thin until you start seeing edge failure. And then just go a little higher, and you will have a knife that performs as good as it can. That's how easy it is. It shouldn't be standing around doing this and yeah, if I do this, I can cut paper cleaning. Are you a paper cutting knife? If then do this, but if you use your knife for other stuff, use it on that. Because I can make a knife cut paper cleanly that doesn't cut rope. It cuts wood good, but maybe not this. What you use your knife for is what it dictates it's for, not cutting paper. So yeah, sorry for the rant, I'm in pain and I'm an old grumpy bastard. So thanks for watching my little ranting video. As always, this is the crazy old Norwegian knife sharpening Norway. I'm getting older, I'm getting bolder. So yeah, thanks for watching, bye.